So my dad is kind of famous for making things, um, and when he heard about the whole ventilator shortage, he decided that he was curious. He said, "I can make one of those." He made these recordings of it to demonstrate it. He refused to do any commentary. He left that up to me. Um, I told him it would be mostly a disclaimer because this is not a piece of medical equipment. You should not try to build your own ventilator. Uh, It is not sanitary. It is not tested. I don't even know if this is the way a real ventilator works. A real ventilator might inhale and exhale. But anyway, it was a fun experiment that he made. As you can see, that's a bicycle frame and a rear wheel of a bicycle. And on the crankshaft, he mounted this bicycle pump. On the crankshaft, as you notice, he drilled a hole somewhere in the middle of that because he needed to find the right ratio to pump this thing in and out just the right amount. He also has a hinge at the other end so that it can go up and down. On the sprocket, the gear, a gear on a bicycle is a sprocket. On the back side of that, you see that piece of wood that's spinning. That's from a previous project. This whole bicycle and the motor and everything was all from a previous project. He just added the pump aspect to it for this. Here you go. Here's the motor. So he's got this motor and pulley system. The big belt is from a dryer, like a clothes dryer. And as you can see, he's got a set of pulleys to slow this thing down a little bit from the original motor speed. And the silver pulley at the top that you see is actually a tensioner. So it doesn't look like it's spring-loaded, but it looks like he has set it up so that he could get the proper tension on the belt. In all of these clips, you can see the bubbles coming out. He's pumping air. He's a crafty guy, you know. Coming up right after this is another couple of clips on a different thing that he made in order to bend and or dent metal. He talks on that, so I'll be quiet. Anyway, this thing's kind of cool. It's just an experiment. Don't try to do something like this to try to save your life. Actually go to a hospital like you're supposed to. The ventilator crisis didn't turn out to be what it was possibly going to be, and that's good. If he gets sick, I will tell him not to use this. And so now check out his other little invention.
So I wanted to make some hooks. And I used a hydraulic press. These two are glued in place, and this sits in between them with enough room to bend and still go in all the way. Alright, the bolt that was in there before was 3/8 diameter. This thing was made for a 1/2 inch spread between, and it was made to dent metal, not necessarily create the pattern that you can create with the 3/8 bolts. Enjoy.